You all remember the president, wagging his finger at the Supreme Court. The president of the United States wagging his finger at the Supreme Court, sitting right there in the House of Representatives during the 2010 State of the Union. Well, I assure you, this little piece of presidential theater wasn't done for the ratings. It wasn't done for the ratings. There was a good reason the president and his allies devoted so much time and energy to denouncing the Citizens United case, but it's not the reason they gave. I realize this may be shocking to some of the interns in the crowd, and I see we've got a few here, but the fact is the court decision was actually fairly unremarkable. All it really said was that under the First Amendment, every corporation in America should be free to participate in the political process, not just the ones that own newspapers and television stations. Really not all that remarkable, right? Why should a corporation that owns a television station or a newspaper get a carve-out? Free speech, and everybody else doesn't. In other words, there shouldn't be a carve-out when it comes to political speech for folks who own media companies. It was a good and fair decision aimed at leveling the playing field. The real reason the left was so concerned about Citizens United was that they thought it meant more conservatives would start to form what are known as social welfare organizations, something they've been doing literally almost forever. Groups like Planned Parenthood and the Sierra Club, for example. And what's notable about social welfare groups is they don't have to disclose their donors. They don't have to disclose their donors. That was the main concern of the president and his allies. They weren't interested in the integrity of the process. If they were, they'd have been just as upset at left-wing groups for maintaining the privacy of their donors. What they really wanted was a hook that enabled them to stir up outrage about conservative groups so they could get their hands on the names of the folks who supported them. That's what this was about. They wanted to get their hands on the names of the folks who supported groups that disagreed with the administration, and then go after them. Citizens United simply provided that hook. As a longtime political observer and First Amendment hawk, I knew exactly what the Democrats were up to with their complaints about this decision. I've seen what the loudest proponents of disclosure have intended in the past, and it's not good government.